Hello there. We're here once again. Right, today we're going to talk about how to conceive naturally, even if you have PCOS. Okay, so grab a coffee, grab a cup of tea, get your waters, your juices, and sit with me and let's do this. To my new subscribers, I'm glad you are here. I hope you stay. Welcome. And to my existing subscribers, thank you guys so much. Right, so today I want to share with you how I conceived naturally, even though I've been diagnosed with PCOS. And these recommendations helped me whilst TTCing, and I'm going to share them all with you today. And I believe that with what I have come to know so far regarding PCOS, and if you, listen to me, you would understand what PCOS means with regards to your own body and with regards to fertility and how it affects you and how best to manage it. Right, so you can try my recommendations. These are things that I did personally to help me. You can try them. I remember when I was TTCing, I used to research a lot. I used to talk to medical professionals. I talked to a lot of people. I read a lot. So I made notes then, and I've got these notes here. So I'm going to share them with you today. I'm excited. Right, and the first thing I want you to pay attention to whilst TTCing is your faith. Okay, and if I say your faith, I'm looking at, I'm for today I'm just touching on them. Okay, in the course of time I will try to elaborate them in various videos, so we'll look at each of the elements that I'm going to mention today. So today I would take you through all the things like the elements, and in the course of time would pick them and look at them, not in a particular sequence, but as and when. So the main and the first thing for me is faith. And by faith, what I mean is your high power, what you believe to be your high power. And I am Christian, so I believe in God. I believe in his son Jesus Christ. I believe in the word of God. I believe in all the promises that are in the Bible, and I believe that they are applicable to me. So I believe that if I believe what is in the Bible and tune myself to it with faith in God, it can happen for me as well. So my faith really helped me sorry, whilst I was TTCing. In the course of time, I've said earlier, we would take a look at them one after the other. And the second thing I would want you to do if you're TTCing out there is to have your diagnosis. So go see your GP, see a medical practitioner, because when you have seen them and you've been diagnosed, and then you know best what to tackle, because a lot of factors comes to play as far as infertility is concerned, and PCOS is just one of them. It could be anything else. It could be fibroids, it could be endometriosis, it could be unexplained infertility, a whole lot. And it's not even always to do with a woman. Sometimes it could be that things are not right medically with a man. So if there is any couple out there TTCing, and if I say TTC, what I mean is trying to conceive, okay? Just as the name suggests, TTC, trying to conceive. I suggest you have a medical opinion. Go have a diagnosis, because that is when you get to know what the problem really is, and then you know what to tackle. So my first thing was my faith in God, and then I went for the diagnosis. And when I got to know what my issue was, then one thing I did was detox. Okay, so if you want to conceive naturally, and if your issue is PCOS, just like I was diagnosed with, you can try detox. You detox. And the next thing on my list is a support system. Okay, I touched on this a bit last week. Sorry, last 2 weeks. Make sure you build the right and a strong support system. And emphasis is on the right and strong. Make sure you build the right support system. Look into your circles and see the people that you can trust. Okay, people that your soul can go naked with. Okay, I mean people you can share whatever it is going on with you with them. People you can talk things through, and people who will help you, pray with you, pray for you, encourage you, support you, give you the right information. So make sure you build a very strong support system. And next on my list is, I personally tried, whilst I was TTCing, to control my body weight. So I was a size 12 then, and I am now unapologetically a size 16. Okay, and I'm still struggling to go back to my size 12. But if you're TTCing out there, it always helps that you try and control your body weight. It would go a long way to help the cats play in your best interest. And another thing I tried on my list was exercise. And exercise, you have to pay attention to the kind of exercise that you are doing based on your medical history, okay, and based on your physical ability. You have to know the right exercise to do as and when. So I really took time to research and know the right exercises to do that would help me release the right hormones, that would help me calm my nerves and all that, help me lose a bit of weight. Okay, so that's one thing you might want to do. And also I made a total complete lifestyle change. I changed my diet entirely when I was TCCing. Sorry, my light is cut off, so going to put my light on. I changed my diet entirely whilst I was TTCing. Okay, so there are certain things I ate according to my body type and my blood group. With time, we'll take a closer look into some of these things. So if you're TTCing out there, that is something you might want to do. And the next thing on my list is I went into taking supplements and herbs. And it's not just any supplements and herbs that you do go for. Okay, make sure you go for the right one, right supplement and herbs. There are a lot of supplements and herbs, natural ones, of course, as the name suggests, that helps your body if you are TTCing. So you might want to have a look at these, do some research and know what to do. I'll share mine with you with time. And the next on my list is to take good care of your mental health. Okay, trust me, going through infertility, if we are not if you are not careful and you do not make conscious efforts to be sane, it's likely to play on your mental health. Okay, so you might want to make conscious and intentional efforts to ensure that you are in a good health mentally. Okay, that you don't want anything to drain you. You pay attention to your mood swings. You pay attention to the stresses, okay, things that stress you out, and just keep a clear mind in a healthy body. The next on my list is I made sure that I enjoyed the journey as much as it lasted. And if I say I enjoyed, I'm not saying that it was the most sweetest of journey I had gone on my life. No, it was a very difficult and a challenging one. It was a difficult one, but then I said to myself, it's not everything in life that I can control. Okay, all I can do is pray to God and make my supplications made to Him, and I do my best humanly what I can do, and I leave the rest to God. I said to myself that I wasn't going to worry. I mean, it's I know it's easier said than done, but then as I said earlier on, you have to make a conscious effort, an intentional one, okay, to ensure that you don't play the blame game, you don't feel victimized, you don't feel like the whole world is against you and you are going through all gloom. I mean, that's what it seems, or it might seem, but at least you've got life to be thankful of. Okay, so you want to take good care of yourself and know that it's a journey. It's likely to end either sooner or later, and whilst it ends, you don't put a stop to your life. And the next on my list is self-care. Okay, because I know that I always say this, that trauma is different for everyone. No two people react to trauma the same way. Okay, something that is likely to bother me and be traumatic to me, it's likely to be like the list of things to somebody else. Okay, one is likely not to even pay attention to certain traumas, or might not affect them in a way. So we all react to trauma differently, but then whilst TTCing, you don't neglect your self-care as well. Okay, so make sure you attend to your self-care. And the next on my list, or should I say the last for today, but not the least, is to prepare for your future. What are you looking forward to? What are you planning to see? So whilst you are waiting on that, what are you doing? You prepare yourself for even what has not come yet. And that is what I personally did. I prepared myself for what I was believing God for whilst I was TTCing. And so when the time came, it was, though it wasn't, it was like, it came unaware, but at least I knew I had made a few preparations. Okay, so believe even at the start of your journey that it's possible. It's two things. It's either it happens for you or not. But then while still going through the journey, you prepare your mind mentally, you prepare yourself materially, you prepare yourself financially for what you are praying for, or for what you are looking forward to. And the last thing I would want to add to the list is the same I began the list with: faith. Faith. Have faith in your higher power. And my higher power is God. My faith and my belief was then in God, has always been in God, and is still in God. So I believe that no matter what, whilst I was going through my journey of infertility, he still had my best interest at heart. I believe that it hadn't changed my value in him, okay, as a child of God. And so you'd want to start with your faith, go through with your faith. And if there is an end to it ever, end with your faith. Okay, so today I just felt I should share my list with you, what I did to conceive by the grace of God naturally whilst I was TTCing, being diagnosed with PCOS. And it might be that you have been diagnosed with something else, not necessarily PCOS. It might be that naturally it's just not happening for you, though you don't have any underlying conditions. But I believe that these recommendations can still be helpful to you. So why don't you give it a try? It's natural. There's no adverse effect to it. And let's hope for the best. Okay, so in our subsequent videos, I would want us to take a deeper look at some of the elements, those that we can, and then I would expand them with you, how they each affected me and the way I reacted to them whilst I was TTCing. Okay, I think that will be it for today. So to all my TTC sisters out there, to all my TTC couples out there, I wish you good luck. I wish you a good health. And I'm sending baby dust your way, okay? And I want you to believe with me, just as I believed then that it was possible. Believe with me that it can happen for you someday. But in the meantime, whilst you are still going through your journey, I want you to know that you are still loved. You are valued and cherished by God. And your value in him has not changed, not one bit. So don't lose hope. Okay. If this is your first time of joining us, this is the Eden Project with Priscilla. I would want to plead with you to subscribe to my channel, and then just below the subscribe button where the inscription is in bold red, there is a bell there. If you hit the bell, you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. Okay, so we catch up, build a community, spread love, spread hope, and share our experiences. Okay, so I wish you all a blessed week, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.